I don't feel like we should probably repeat this every time when I always try to continue with this series, but I guess we're back here once again. There's a lot of things to talk about here, which, I'll probably talk about throughout the matches, but I guess a bit of a return with this account. I would say I sort of grinded a little bit here, and over, I would say I sort of grinded here for the most part when I'm not recording. I managed to get myself the Rage Relic from it, and also I managed to get myself the Plague Spreader from the Pixel Poly event. So yeah, just two new weapons. So yeah, might as well just cut to the matches here. So I guess without further ado, let's get into the matches. Hey, can we talk about what's been happening as of recently, or I guess this video being posted on a Friday? Well, I guess on Thursday, which will be yesterday. You guys probably seen the teaser that was released as of recently being for Pixel 2. A teaser, I guess we would call it. But the one thing is that the ad, or I guess the teaser, it's a bit weird to be honest. I mean, obviously, I've seen people talk about like, hey, this teaser that the developers decided to upload onto their channel as well as on their Discord. I mean, I seen it from the Discord server because they pretty much pushed it through the announcements. But anyways, they decided to just release a teaser that was clearly that was clearly AI generated. Just more surprising. I mean, a lot of people were like, oh my god, this video is AI generated. No, but for me, I feel like it's a lot, not necessarily that much of a surprise, to be honest. If you ever look at the way that Pixel 2 has that disclaimer when it comes to AI generated content. Obviously, you probably heard about with the way that Pixel 2 is, with it having on their Steam page being about a disclosure when it comes to AI generated content. I mean, I was expecting for I guess some sort of announcement, like I guess some sort of gameplay or some more information for about Pixel 2. I wouldn't mind for another FAQ. The last one that they uploaded was about 2 months ago. Have like a second one, I guess, talking about what engine software they're using for Pixel 2. It'll probably be Unity, to be honest. I mean, like any information, I guess, some gameplay footage, something like that. But we have gotten that teaser, if we would want to call it that. After a while, since most of the time they would just mostly talk about like other stuff that I wouldn't cover on the channel. Nor would I want to just cover the teaser, to be honest. But I guess the one thing that's a lot more unusual is them is having, I guess the more unusual one from that teaser is obviously the AI voices. I mean, it feels a lot more weird for like a game like this. For like characters from this game to just have voice acting, AI generated voice acting. To be fair, I would prefer the characters in this game and even for Pixel 2 to just remain silent. To be honest, that just could be me, but probably experimenting that probably for Pixel 2. But then again, still want more information about Pixel 2, like anything when it comes to like development or more teasers than just being a little vague. But anyways, I mean, starting off with the first game here, not bad. Even with the Plague Spreader, still did well. I mostly do team fight on this account, but might as well spice it up with a bit of some deathmatch here, and why not do it on Aztec Temple? I prefer the other version of the Aztec Temple. I mean, there's like two versions of this map. I remember there was one where it was a lot more vibrant. It's been being a lot more cooler in terms of the scenery, or I guess in terms of in terms of the way that it looks. Like obviously, there's like different versions. There's like the second version of Aztec Temple, which I remember that initially with during August. I don't think everyone's liking it. But I feel like during August, when they announced with the return of the Aztec Temple last year, I thought it would be like that version of Aztec Temple. I'll probably put an image on screen sort of showing that second variant of Aztec Temple. Then, they decided to release this. Decided to return this version instead of the other version, which, I still prefer I guess the first version of it. I'm not really necessarily sure. Because, yeah, man, Sorry, I do remember playing those match. I still remember playing it on that version of Aztec Temple, and most of the time when it came with like the brawls back in I think 2018 or 2019. Not bad. We're already down by a minute. But we're pretty far. Yeah, we're pretty far from in terms of placements. This will probably be another pretty easy match here. Almost died, and yeah, we managed to cap it off at 1070. Alright then. Not bad of a not bad of a match here. And not necessarily expecting anything terrible here. I kind of did forget a secret base had returned, but like in a night version of it. There was one that mostly a lot of players are more familiar with, that being the daytime version. Alrighty then. Sort of infiltrators this side. Teammates doing pretty well here. Let's send a few mines out there. Throw a hit. I'm only getting assists out of it. Yeah, pretty much just assists out of it. There we go. Decided to switch up my armory too as well. If I forgot to mention, putting the sharpshooter mask. Since I heard that the rest of this, I guess the second half, or I guess the second wave of the sharpshooter set is returning. Wait, the first half of this sharpshooter set is returning with the next lock and loaded event, which would be released by the time this video gets released. And also with another wave of the sharpshooter armor pieces, that being for the, I guess it was we had the cape and the mask is probably the hat as well as the boots, which I feel like if we were to ever get the third wave of the lock and loaded armor, or I guess the sharpshooter armor, it'll probably be the armor set. We'd be able to complete it entirely, but probably have like different attributes that goes with it. It'll probably behave, obviously with the way that the lock and loaded is, it'll probably behave the same way. It'll be a lot more easier for me to be able to grind a lot on this account. Man's going pretty well with the big fatality gun, though it is going to be a tie. And then we decided to go up by 2, then down by 1, and let's get the last limb to finish it off. Would have died from the shurikens, but we managed to survive with 1 point differential. Not bad indeed. Not bad indeed. Yeah, that's gonna do for the video. But once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a good day, night, or whenever you're watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.